Today we are going to be making tinfoil campfire dinners. We are going camping this weekend, and tonight we're doing all of the prep for that because there's a good chance we have a few bevies during the day and we want to do as little as possible in the evenings.
I have made these before and they are delicious. The only problem can be is that they take a while to cook when you're over the campfire. So the plan is we're gonna make them ahead of time, and then all we'll have to do is heat them up when we're camping and enjoy.
Let's do it. So you've made these before, I have not. What do we do? Where do we start?
We're gonna start by peeling our potatoes and dicing them up. I only have one, so we're gonna have to...
Well, one of us can chop, one of us
One chop, one peel. Truthfully, I don't wash potatoes if I'm peeling them.
I don't either, but do you wash them after?
Yeah, of course I do.
How many potatoes are we doing?
We are doing 8 potatoes. Okay. So we're making 8 tinfoil packets. So 1 potato per packet. I'm cutting them pretty small, so hopefully they cook a little faster is the goal. Oh, you're too fast for me.
They call me Queen of the Potatoes back in college.
Well, that's where I've heard of you before.
Do you always use the same ingredients, or have you tried different varieties of these?
So far I have used the same.
Uh-huh.
I'm not opposed to
trying
switching
something.
it up. Yeah. The recipe that I have as far as seasoning only calls for salt and pepper, but I like to zhuzh it up a little.
Ooh.
And add garlic powder and a little bit of Italian seasoning on top of the salt and pepper. Maybe even a little bit of onion powder too.
So normally you just put all these ingredients in raw, right?
Yes.
And then how long does it normally take, on the campfire?
You know, the last time we did it, it took probably 2 hours on the campfire. And that is just not the kind of time we want to
be spending on this. No. Look at this. It's gorgeous.
Next step, we are going to chop up some onions. And I have a fancy chopper I'm very excited to show you.
Chop those onions,
Does
baby.
all the work for you.
Okay, no crying required.
No, I read somewhere once that if whatever acid it is in onions that makes you cry is just searching for water. And your eyeballs tends to be the first thing. And if you put a cup of water by where you're cutting your onion, it goes to that. And you
instead of your eyeballs?
I've never tried it.
The more you know. Fun onion facts with Caitlin.
Onion facts.
Onion facts with Caitlin.
Boom, 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 boom.
You got any other onion facts? Is that your only one?
They got layers.
They're like ogres.
They got
They are like ogres.
They're like ogres.
So we've got 2 onions for all 8 of these. So we're getting a 1/4 onion per.
Are you crying?
I'm crying.
Do you want me to get you some water? We're going to test this theory.
I'm gonna put them right now.
Oh, you didn't tell me what your favorite campfire food is.
You ever heard of Philly and chili?
Nope.
You take a brick of cream cheese,
I like it already.
can of chili in a pan, spread it around, throw some cheese on top, plop it in the oven till it's all melted, then you dip chips in it.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Also heard it be called camping crack.
My eyes feel fine, so I feel like maybe it's working.
All of it came to my eyes. I'm just sparing you.
Maybe I don't have any water in my eyes. As dry as
Dry
can
guy?
be. They call me bone dry back in college. Okay, actually, you know what? I am feeling it a little bit. Your Funyun facts failed.
Put the onions in the fridge for a few minutes and then you won't cry.
Alex is gonna take over Funyun.
Yeah, these are not your facts anymore.
Oh no.
What else are we making this weekend for camping?
We are also giving it a go with some campfire nachos. This is new to me, so we'll see how it turns out.
Okay.
Basically, you just make nachos however you want. We've got a whole bunch of toppings set up. We're gonna do chicken, tomatoes.
Like a little nacho bar.
Yeah, nacho bar. Everyone can customize it. We've got these cute little tinfoil containers, so everyone can make their own. Then we have a raised grate
To put in the fire?
to kind of put over the fire.
Oh, okay.
And then we place the tinfoil containers just over it, so it's not sitting in the fire so it doesn't burn. And the idea is it just melts.
I like that. That sounds fun.
Okay, we got onions.
Whole bunch of onions.
Beautiful. Now we've got some carrots. The recipe calls for 1 large carrot per packet, but I bought
I
bought baby carrots instead. So we're just gonna chop until it feels right, and
I love that.
You know, honestly, we should probably throw some butter in.
Ooh.
It's not on the recipe.
You know, you could even do do you have any minced garlic?
I got garlic.
You could even do a little garlic butter.
We got a bunch of minced garlic. Maybe we skip the garlic powder
And do
entirely. The minced garlic.
Do minced garlic in the butter, melt the butter, and then add the garlic, and then
And then we will just do Yeah.
So really, like, the bulk of this is, time-wise, is just like the prep, the chopping, right?
Yeah. Then we're throwing it all on the tin foil, wrapping it up, cooking it. I think it's 15 minutes each side.
And then you just put it in the fridge and call it a day.
All
Carrots
right.
are done.
Now we get to
Chopping is done.
meat. So it is 1.5 pounds per 4 of these. We are getting out our foil now. We're gonna go ahead and spray it with some cooking spray. The last time I made these, I was definitely like scraping my food off the foil and ate some foil. So maybe we'll avoid that with this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and kind of smudge it down a little so it's not so thick. I think it'll help it cook
Give it a nice
little bit better.
smudge.
Smudge. We don't want them too tall or too wide because we got to close
Stuff
these.
to go in there. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way that's half already. Maybe I should have got small potatoes.
See, what's funny is last time I went camping, I actually called my dad and I said we should make those tinfoil dinners. And he said, those take way too long to cook. So this might be the solution.
Yeah. All right, we decided to go rogue off the recipe a little bit here. It calls for salt and pepper only. But we decided we want some butter and garlic in our lives. So we are going to melt some butter, add some minced garlic to it, pour it into these before we cook them, and then we'll add salt and pepper as well.
You know, I was worried you didn't have minced garlic. I didn't know you had the world's biggest jug of minced garlic.
We're a garlicky household.
You're doing great. That was a gorgeous plop.
You like my plop?
Oh, that smells good.
Seem like a good amount?
Yeah, that was a good plop too. You are queen of the plops.
My nickname in college. Plop queen. We're going to put salt and pepper, and then we'll add our butter. That salt
How
comes
much
out.
salt? Yeah, because this is like a big hole.
Yeah.
That is a big old hole.
I like to just... No, that's all my other nickname in college. I'm excited to see if this whole garlic butter scenario
I think
is the way to go.
you can't go wrong with garlic
Right?
and butter. Like, that's gotta be good. Okay, so now should we fold up the sides a bit, or
Yeah, pull up the sides.
to keep the butter in?
Yeah. Like mix it up so I don't get all the garlic
In one.
in one.
Yeah, that's smart. All right, we roll these up.
Fold them up.
So you said 15 minutes on each side.
Yep.
At what temperature?
Our oven is at 350 degrees. We're rolling these as tight as we can to help prevent leakage.
Do not want leakage.
And at the 15-minute mark, we're going to flip them over too. It'll be interesting to see how well we've wrapped these when we go to flip them.
Yes.
If we have problems, but it's all right. It'll catch in here and it'll all work out.
Perfect.
So we'll just heat them up and then just peek in and see if it's warm enough for you
Okay.
when we go to eat it.
I like it.
Let's cook these.
Ooh.
They smell good.
All right, so the campfire tinfoil dinners are finished cooking. We're going to let them cool off and then pack them up for camping.
We'll see you there.
We made it to camping. We've had our fire going for a little while. We're burning it down to coals so that you cook the tinfoil dinners directly on the coals and not on the flame.
And we did check these tinfoil packets at my house after they came out of the oven, and they were not quite as cooked as we wanted them to be, which we think will still be okay. We're just gonna put them on the fire for a little bit longer than we intended, which is fine though.
Yeah.
Because overall, we're still saving time.
Yeah, it should still be better. We at least know that everything's mostly cooked already, so you're not having to like start it from scratch.
Exactly.
These rocks are real hot.
So we decided to cook these for 10 minutes and then decided it was time to flip. We did not want to flip ourselves, so this lovely gentleman will do it for us.
Yeah.
We're going to try for 10 more minutes.
Look at this handsome man.
There he is.
The best part of this whole thing is that we can just have a drink and let it go.
Cheers. I'll pull one out. I'm just going to put it here on this wet dirt. Don't worry, we'll not be starting any fires here today. We did originally say we would do 10 minutes, flip them, then 10 minutes. We ended up doing 10 minutes and then 17-ish minutes.
Yeah.
So really they've been in there for almost 30 minutes. We're going to check on them. We want to make sure the meat has no pink to it. We like well done ground beef around here.
When we first looked at them at your house, they were definitely still a little pink. So
And we wanted to make sure the potatoes softened up. Those were a little bit crunchy still.
yeah,
Out of
feel
the
like
oven.
That's like the biggest gripe of this whole recipe is that the potatoes are never really quite done. They're kind of crunchy, so we want to make sure they're nice and soft. They're looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, so far so good. The meat's definitely done. Let's check these potatoes here. This one's definitely done. We got my fork's going through, but Maybe it could use a couple more minutes. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe like put them back in 5 more minutes or so.
Yeah, let's give it 5 minutes.
Cool.
We'll wrap this up.
Yep. All right, I think it's time to take them out.
The handsome gentleman has now been replaced by this handsome lady. Luckily, the ground has been nice and wet. We had a big rainstorm yesterday. All this dirt still looks fairly wet, so I feel comfortable just putting them on the ground right here.
All right, our food is ready. It smells good. Okay, should we put some cheese on there?
Yeah, we're gonna add a little bit of toppings just to zhuzh it up a little.
Yeah. You can never have too much cheese. That's my motto in life. Okay, then we're gonna put a little sour cream on there. Gorgeous.
Want a little salt and pepper?
Yeah, might as well.
Didn't
Why
get those
not?
yet.
We did put some on initially, but I love pepper personally.
Yeah, I think it could use it just a little more.
Yeah. My grandpa was like a big pepper fan, so all of his food was always like overly peppered, and now I love it personally.
All right.
Okay, let's take a bite.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the garlic butter was a good choice.
Overall, yeah, would have again. Done.
10 out of 10, we did it. That is good, actually.
Yeah, it needs the toppings because it dried out a little bit on its own.
It did dry out a bit, but the flavor is good. I'm a giant. She's very short.
So I'm on a stool.
I don't know if it looks better.
No, I need to crouch now.
Maybe just go back to your normal height.